CRM stock, Salesforce Inc. stock. So the stock appears to be in a strong bullish trend, and yesterday the company disclosed its earnings outcomes, and the folks at Morningstar put out this note to their clients, and they're saying that Salesforce delivered another good quarter with revenue and profitability ahead of their expectations. Based on quarterly upside and updated guidance, they refined their model towards slightly better profitability, and as a result they raised their fair value estimate to $255 from $245. So CRM stock closed at 221.46, so it's approaching those sort of levels. So they still see some upside from here for the shares. For the fiscal year, Salesforce raised its guidance on both the top and bottom lines. Improved capital returns to shareholders in the form of share buybacks are driving share count down this year, 2023, as the firm repurchased $1.9 billion worth of stock during the quarter. Revenue upside was impressive in a subdued spending environment, but margins again stole the spotlight. On the flip side, growth continued to decelerate, even if the pace seems to have moderated, and the professional services remain a drag on overall growth. Second quarter revenue grew 11% year over year, 11% in constant currency to $8.6 billion versus the high end of guidance of $8.5 billion. Okay, like the last quarter, strength was driven by MuleSoft, a resilient core business, and a modest currency tailwind. Okay, current remaining performance obligations grew 11% year over year in constant currency, which is consistent with revenue growth after being at a deficit for much of fiscal year 2023. Professional services remain weak, and overall demand environment remains challenging. Okay, so we come to the chart for CRM stock. We have that's it, CRM stock. We have that the stock, yes, like as I mentioned earlier on, is in a strong bullish trend, and it corrected from this peak of this 52-week high of 234.69, and got a pivot at 203.71 as of about close to 2 weeks ago, a couple of sessions ago, and that is where it's getting this rebound we are looking at right now. So their upper projections, okay, let's see, we have a $224, we have $231, and we have 250.18, this sort of level where their fair value estimate is. But the fair value estimate is fundamentally driven, but what happens, the prices are mostly technically driven or emotionally driven. Yeah, so that's what's going on. So we have it has downward projections as well. 215, okay, there's a downward projection of 219, 216, 212, 207.99, 200.41, and 181.29. all of these are on the daily chart, on the 1 day chart. Let's look at the 1 week chart and see what the projections are. Upper projection of 238.67, yes, 353.68. that will excite you if you're already in it. But there are indeed also downward projections all the way down to 53.39. Would that ever happen? Is that something that can happen? 95.52, 124.47, 146.03, 167.59. all of these are downward projections, and 194.75. okay, so let's we also have interesting details here as well. As of yesterday, the 31st of August, there were a couple of disclosures. The president, Haida, sells 2,707 shares for $582,005, and then CEO sells 15,000 shares for $3.2 million. Yeah, so those are the details concerning CRM stock. So let's quickly move on to Crowdstrike. Okay, CRWD. Let's see what's going on with it. They moved 13.7 million shares in that session, closed at $163.02. So the stock appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. Shares are presently above the 200-day moving average, which is right along with the 10-day moving average, and it's also outperforming the S&P 500. So let's see here. Let's update this chart. Let's get it updated. Today is the 1st of September. Okay, so let's get it updated. So it appears to be consolidating. It seems so. Yeah, visually it appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. Okay, let's see the notes that the folks at Morningstar have for the stock. They're saying here that they are maintaining their $163 fair value estimate, which is also where the stock closed at. Let's update this here. CRWD, Crowdstrike. So yeah, they are saying they're maintaining their $163 fair value estimate for narrow mode Crowdstrike after the firm closed out its second quarter of fiscal 2024 with financial results largely in line with their prior estimates. While near-term macro pressures continue to affect customer buying decisions, they believe investors should focus their attention on Crowdstrike's long-term market opportunity, which continues to expand as the firm invests in growing areas such as identity, cloud security, and security operations. They reiterate their view that in a security landscape littered with bad actors using emerging technologies such as generative artificial intelligence for nefarious purposes, customers will expand their usage of security vendors. In turn, they believe Crowdstrike's Falcon platform is well positioned to capitalize on the increased appetite for security solutions over the medium to long term, with shares trading slightly up after hours as of yesterday, the 31st of August. They believe that Crowdstrike is fairly valued and is trading in the 3-star range. Second quarter sales clocked in at $732 million, up 37% year over year, and just shy of their $735 million estimate. Annual recurring sales revenue also grew 37% year over year to $2.93 billion. So net new annual recurring revenue, a measure of new business Crowdstrike landed in the quarter, was up 13% sequentially to $196 million. The highlight of the earnings report for them was the detail provided on the performance of Crowdstrike's cloud identity and security operations solutions. So given all of those, as I indicated earlier on, the stock appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend, and is it outperforming the S&P 500? Let's see whether it's doing so. Okay, it's also outperforming the S&P 500. So let's look at what's going on with the stock. Let's see what's going on with the stock. Technically, we have this is the 1 week chart. We're going to go back to the 1-day chart later on. So it's currently trading at just right on one of its Fibonacci projections of 100 and call it 100 and or slightly above it. That projection is at 162.75. So then there are no other projections until you get to 289.82. This is on the weekly chart, but there are downward projections: 114.3, 83.32, 59.5. There's 35.67. There's 0.7251. Yes, these are really quite ambitious to some extent. So let's look at the 1-day chart and see. On the 1-day chart, we have upper projection of 168.41, 185.42, but there are downward projections as well: 157.78, 154.44, 151.1, 147.15, 140.77, and all the way down to 123.45. So let's quickly have a look at the 1 minute chart and see if there are any ambitious projections there. Still very much in line with where it closed, 165.95. So see what you make of CRM stock and Crowdstrike stock, and thank you very much for watching this video.